How you doing, everyone? This video is going to show you how we squared up, leveled off, screeded, and laid this concrete paver patio. I'm going to take you through my process, follow it up with some tips and tricks, and a little bit of entertainment along the way. To start it off, the pavers we're using are manufactured by Techo Bloc. The main pavers are called Blue 60, and the color tone is called Shale Grey. The contrasting border pavers we're using are made by Uni-Lock. The style is called Treo, and the color tone is called Charcoal. So the first thing we got to do here is level off our base stone. We have it close to height, but we got to make it level. So I'm using my Screed rails, or galvanized gas pipes. You get these from Home Depot. They're 1 1/4 inch exterior by 1 inch interior, and they're in 10-foot lengths. So I'm just using that to gauge my correct height. Any high spots I'm pulling material from, and if there's any low spots I'm adding material to it. For applications like this, I don't need a laser or a string line to get my height proper. I just need to use my screed rails, start at the point where I'll be laying pavers first, and from there I'll go one section of pipes at a time to get my base to the proper height. Alright, we got our base layer spread out pretty good right now. We're going to have to plate compact this so we can settle it all in tight, and then we're going to set up our screed rails. Okay, so this paint line represents the wall we're going to build, and it's going to pretty much make it a step up onto the walkway and patio from the sidewalk, about a 5 or 6 inch step. That's going to go straight over and 90 in with matching the top of that overhang. It's going to go that way, and that's going to bring us up to the height we need to keep this entire interior patio the same height. We're a little short on stone for this area. We're probably going to need another half a yard or so tomorrow. But from that pillar in, our base level is exactly how we need it. So we're going to use this plate compactor and just settle the 3/4 into itself. Ben, you operating the compactor? Nice. Paul, if you're watching, man, thanks for the compactor hookup. I appreciate it, man. Whoa! Oh! If you're a new viewer and you want to see how we got to where we are on this project, there's a playlist link in the description below, and that takes you through our excavation and backfill, and there's also a couple videos on how we built these pillars and sitting walls, so check that out if you're interested. But we use this 3/4 inch clean crushed stone, otherwise known as open grade base, for our base material, and it only needs to be compacted in 6-inch lifts, and that's about all the stone we have on this right now. So we can bring the stone right up to the height where we need it to be, level it off, rake it out, and then compact it just once, as compared to a dense grade system that needs to be compacted in 2 to 3 inch lifts. So I'm setting this guideline in now for our main pavers and our border pavers. We're going to start here along the edges of the sitting walls so that we don't have to make any cuts along the sitting walls. And then when we get to the house, we can stop wherever it makes sense so that we don't have to make cuts up against the house. I'll explain all that stuff as we get going here in this project. Nice job, bud. Ready to square this off? Alright, so now while we got Ben holding it close to where it's going to be, we're going to be checking two things. We're going to be checking if all the border pavers throughout are going to fit nicely inside this line with about a 3/8 to 1/2 inch gap. Alright, can actually probably go in a little bit more, Benny. Alright, a little more? Okay. I want to check the squareness off the house now. Yes, we got 142 and 3/4 now. Let's go over here. $143. Benny, come out to your left just a little. Good. Alright, so that's perfectly square. Let's check where Benny is. That is really freaking good. 142 and a little less than 3/4. So let's take this thing in. The outside. We'll check it again now that we got it staked up, see what it looks like. And if we can trust it, we can trust it. 143. Check the end. $142 and 3/4. So that 1/4 inch variance can come from even just a dip in the board against the house, but within a 1/2 inch usually is how particular I'll be with the squareness of our string line, because again, foundations and the edges of the houses aren't always a true straight line, but you want to get in within that 1/4 to 1/2 inch window there to be square. Want this to be ever so slightly pitching that way, and we're looking to pitch towards the walkway. That's level. Slightly pitching that way, a little bit less than 1/8 of an inch, but not level. And that is exactly what we want there. So when the bubble just touches the line on your level, either side, it's called a 1/8 pitch, meaning it slopes 1/8 of an inch per foot or 1 inch per 8 feet. 1/8 of an inch pitch. And that's good. And that's good, slightly pitched that way. So these two pipes are good. So here's a little trick. If people have watched my channel before, you might have seen it, but the width or height of most common levels is the same height or width of most common pavers. So you can really use this as a guideline of what your height needs to be, because these pipes, the top is going to be the top of your bedding stone and the bottom of your pavers. So the laying your level on there is a perfect way to gauge where you are. And that's what we're going to be doing with the string here. We're going to be setting the string down to right where it needs to be at, just a touch above it. Oh, it's 1/8. That's 1/8. Like I said, with the level, to make sure we're good. Like this right here needs to go down a little bit. I think we're looking good, bud. Alright, the guys are setting me up with some chipstone here. If you don't know what chipstone is, you gotta check out my channel because I explain it all the time. But it's just a 3/8 crushed, clean aggregate, 3/8 inch or less, and it allows for water to drain through it freely because there's no fines in it. The fines in stone dust, or the fine particles in sand, is what holds on to water and prevents water from flowing. It's really high right there. Definitely needs to come down. Definitely needs to come down. Alright, just underneath our string there. Here we go. You know, I really can't say it enough about this backfill method, the open grade base. There's really not as many people out there that use it that I believe should, but it really helps with the longevity of your project. Keeping water free from your base material so that it can drain into the subsoils is key. It prevents heaving and sinking in the winter, but it also keeps your pavers dry. When pavers are sitting in moisture, they deteriorate very quickly. Once you finish screeding a section of pipes, you can pull one out and then you fill that empty channel with some chipstone and trowel it off smooth. And now I just wanted to mention how important it is to pick your starting point for laying pavers. We're going to start in the corner of our sitting walls and pillars. That way we lay the pavers out, there won't be any cuts up against either sitting walls, making our job easier. And we have a French drain installed up against the edge of the house. So we're going to be able to stop our pavers where it makes sense along the house without making any cuts. So we won't have any cuts on the outsides of these pavers here, which makes a huge difference in your install. What's up, bud?
Okay.
Would you be able to work all day if I stood like this?
As long as you stay quiet. I forget you're there.
You want me to dump out the chipstone?
You can put it right here, bud, right up in that pile. We're moving. These pavers are good size, they're pretty big, but it does help things go fast. Every few feet that you go with your pavers, you really want to get them hammered in. Make sure they're all nice and tight with each other.
Come on, let your body move to the groove.
Alright, so a little basics of the random pattern we're going with here. It's a 3-piece set. You got the large rectangle here, the square, and then the small rectangle, and we're laying it in a random pattern. There's a few things we're looking out for, and that is breaking up long joint lines, making sure you don't stack too many of the same size pavers with each other, And we're also looking to never have a four-way. Four-way is when 4 pavers meet together. Actually, they're on the pallet here, you can see. This would be a four-way. When the corner of 4 pavers touch each other. We try to never have that in any of our pavers, paver patios or paver walkways. It's very, it stands out a lot, and it's very cheap looking in our opinion. Big one. Alright, looking good. See, that bond's broken. And there's no four-ways in any of this, and there won't be. That's the worst thing that I can see in a patio, in my perspective, is a four-way. They really just don't look good to me. And they stand out. I can see them from a mile away. Looks good. And that's where I will stop for now. So as you can see, I left those 2 screed rails down the left side of the pavers so that I can add more screed rails onto that. So when I set these new ones in, I just have to get them to the correct height, and I'll be good to go for another section. Good morning, everyone. Back here again. Beautiful day. It's about 70 degrees right now. Cloud covered skies. God's canopy. And boy, does it feel good to be under a canopy. This job's full sun all day, every day if there's no clouds, so happy to see those. Morning, Trav. Trav's grabbing us some more chipstone because we're going to continue laying pavers. What do you guys think about this Techo Bloc Blue 60? And the Uni-Lock Treo charcoal. It's a really good, really good color combination in my opinion. We got some more pipes set up. So we want half of this patio area, the first half of it we want to drain towards our French drain along the house. And then as we get closer to the front door, we're actually going to be switching our slope to pitch towards the road and towards the side yard. So over here, we're pitching this way. We got slightly less than 1/8 of a pitch. And then we're also 1/8 of a slope or pitch, whatever you guys want to call it. I don't know what you guys call it. Everyone calls it something different. Pitch, slope, angle, whatever you're gonna call it. We're sloping towards that way. And then this right here is about half of the patio. We're at a little bit less than 1/8 of a pitch towards our drain once again. But when we get to the end of our patio here, this is where we change the slope. We got our 1/8 going the other way now. And what that's gonna do is make it so not all the surface water is coming in one direction. We can divert half of the surface water to our drain, and then the other half of the surface water will naturally just go off into the road or into the side yard here. And it just kind of helps to distribute the water a little bit better in my mind. Morning, bud.
Hey.
How you living?
I'm living. It's a nice day today, that's for sure.
Nice day, nice car, Benny. I'll tell you what, bro. You've never owned a car that fit your personality better than this one, dude.
Oh yeah?
What do you think?
I guess I just don't know myself.
Bro, you remember that time we got the load of chipstone with like 3 wheelbarrows of river rock in it?
Yeah.
Bro.
I do remember that.
Literally, I've never sent a load of chipstone back. That was the day. There's no way we were using that, dude.
Yeah, that was when we were working with Mike, right?
Yep, it was in Big Red.
I remember that.
Got it.
Sent it back.
Yeah, dude. I was like, there's absolutely no chance, dude. You wouldn't get 6 inches without pulling out 6 rocks, dude. Alright, so I want to be able to pull these pipes out and lay this whole area. And for us to be able to keep our grade right, I'm going to put a temporary screed rail in. Actually might be the way we screed. We might switch and start screeding this way after. So I'm going to set a pipe in going this way that meets these two just right. So like I was showing you before, we're switched to our slope this way now. So how we're going to put this in is we're going to use our level this way. You can see we're a little high right now, so we're just going to set it down. Alright, there's our 1/8 of a pitch that way. And this is lined up with the height of both of these pipes, which is what we just screeded at. So now that this is here, we can pull those 2 pipes out. Benny's got his self-spraying water system set up for his cut. This little pump sprayer we bought actually has a little lock on it. So you can squirt the water right at the blade as you cut, and you gotta fix that nozzle though, so it shoots. There it is. Imagine that. Dude, that pump spray is mint, dude.
Got it coming good right there.
To be able to just set that up like that and just shoot it right at your blade, dude. Come over here, do it by yourself. $100 goes out to any viewer who can find a 4-way other than the border in this patio. That's the #1 key to a really nice random looking lay pattern. No 4-ways and no really long joint lines.
Found one. Where's my $100?
You gotta point it out first before you get your money.
Right there.
Where? No $100 for you then.
What if I just rearrange them so there is a floor?
You'd have to do that without me knowing. And then even if you did, those things stick out to me like a sore thumb. I'd find it. And then switch it, and then if it's in the video, I'll edit it out. Okay, so now that we got the pavers laid up to where we wanted to stop on the joint line, so we don't have to make any cuts, Benny's laying the border pavers in higher than the main pavers, and he's going to use his dead blow hammer to set the border pavers into place at the correct height. This helps with preventing the border pavers from sinking in the future. And in the next video, you guys are going to see how we hold these pavers back. We install concrete along the edge of our border pavers. And that's going to wrap it up for this video. We're going to finish this patio and install the step up around the walkway and the edge of the patio with concrete blocks in the next video. And I'll take you through all the process that we go through to make that happen. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the materials. Let me know if you learned anything from the video, if you're a do-it-yourselfer or you're just a regular viewer of the channel that enjoys watching this work. I appreciate you guys' support, and I always appreciate the comments. So hit me up with whatever kind of feedback that you want. And you guys know the deal. Until the next video, God bless. Peace.